Hey guys, Zen here bringing you number 6 on the Smuggler video. We're almost level 10. We get pretty dang close there in this video. I'm actually a little excited about this video because there's much more action, a whole lot less talking. So hopefully if you guys are into that kind of thing, you'll be able to see a ton of gameplay during this.
I don't know who you are, but you're shooting Seps and that's good enough for me. Get your head down and listen to me. 1 hour ago, we received the tip that the Separatists were meeting with the leaders of violent splinter groups from across the Republic. The Nightmare of Duros ring a bell? Command assumed they'd gather at Manor Point, send all squads there. Turns out the meetings are here, now.
Make me an offer, and I'll think about it.
I can guarantee a dip into our best assault team gear, and I can likely scrape together some credits. According to Intel, there's a computer inside the base with a list of all security assignments. Those leaders will be on that list. You need to find that computer, grab the list of visiting leaders, and hunt them down. Together, those men have the blood of millions on their hands.
I'm not one for causes, but I'm on board for that one.
That computer's gonna be guarded by some serious tech. Watch out for patrol droids. And good luck in there.
And thus starts the major battle of doom. So far from what every level that I've played, or every world is what they call them, for the end of every world is this giant battle area, right? It's just giant culmination of quests moving you on to the next area, and I think it's super cool. And the main reason behind that is probably because it makes you feel like you're watching the movies, right? I think that's one thing they've done really well with this game, and I think I've mentioned that before, but to elaborate on that is, you know, at the end of... actually, a good example is like the Battle of Hoth. Who doesn't like the Battle of Hoth in the movies? The thing was really cool and fun to watch, and it was really exciting. There were new units in the Imperial Army, or the Empire, that you've never seen, and you know, that kind of stuff. Or, for example, the really awesome clone battle at the end of Episode 2. That one was really sick too. I like how it's just this crazy battle going on, and there was a lot of fighting, and it was really exciting. Like, remember back,
Look at this size of this place.
especially if you're older, remember back to the first time that you saw the movies, and remember that feeling that you got in those cool epic battle scenes where you're just like, you got really excited. And those of us who saw the first movies before they were like redone, I think I saw the episode 4 through 6 when it got remastered and put on, because I'm 23, you know. I didn't see it when it came out, 'cause I wasn't even born yet, but I did see the remastered version as soon as it came out, the trilogy, and it was really sick. Had that on VHS. Oh yeah, the cool kids. But I remember watching that movie, and I remember getting that cool feeling from Star Wars, and that's what this whole ending of all the worlds are about, is giving you that feeling. And it wraps up a lot of the storylines on the planet. It wraps up your quest line on the planet, and it opens up the next one for the next planet, and it's just it's something that you'll be surprised to experience in the game. And I think a lot of people, especially fans of the genre, are really gonna like the ends of every world. And there is also that feeling of like, oh, I don't want it to end because this was a really good world, or I don't want this specific quest line to end because that one was a cool one. And you get that too. But on the lines of just your main story, it's definitely got that Star Wars movie feel. And I can blabber on about that all day, and I know that you guys don't actually want to hear me talk about Star Wars forever and ever and ever. I'm sure you guys would rather hear the voice acting, and I would too. But because I have such giant gaps in this video of no voice acting, like this, don't got nothing. So since I have such giant gaps of no voice acting in this video, you're just gonna have to deal with me being all sentimental on you guys. So basically, to break down how the end of how the quests go, how the story goes, is like, I think there's like 5 acts I'm probably wrong there. I'm trying to count them in my head. I think there's 5. I think there's a prologue, and then I think there might be 5 acts. But either way, you have these giant acts in your main quest story thing, your class quest. And like the Bounty Hunter, for example, their entire class quest is all about getting into the Great Hunt to begin with. Once they get into the Great Hunt, you end up, spoilers, you end up chasing down this guy that kind of is in the Great Hunt with you, but is also kind of trying to sabotage you and has been from the very beginning. And it's one of those, it continues on for forever, and I haven't seen the end of it, and I don't want to know the end of it, so don't tell me if you know, because I'm going to go do that on my own. That's the first character I'm leveling, because I really like the Bounty Hunter story. But like, there's all these different acts to the story, and the story is like this giant theater, right? It's really cool, and that happens with all of the class quests. Now, when it boils down to the quests on the planet, most of them will stick to the planet and won't go off planet. Some of them will. There'll also be some quests later on that'll come and bite you in the butt, where people that you met earlier will come back, and maybe you didn't kill them when you were supposed to, that kind of thing. And it's got a lot of depth to the story, and I really like that. And like I said, it definitely brings the Star Wars feel to everything. Now, if you could see there, look at all those quests I have on the right side of my screen. 3 of them are the Heroic 2+, which I don't end up doing. Sorry, but I don't end up doing them in these videos. I do them on the other ones with random people I pick up, but I still end up getting to level 10. Maybe before I even leave the planet, which is a little surprising. Not necessarily used to that. Now, if you get level 10, and I figured this out on the other characters. If you get to level 10 and you're just entering the Empire fleet, like by the way, the fleet is kind of like the main city, like Orgrimmar, that kind of thing, of each side. So you have the Republic fleet and the Empire fleet. The reason they didn't make it the cities, like Coruscant or Korriban for the Empire, is because most of the people apparently were gathering in the stations anyways, the Empire fleet and the Republic fleet. So that's what they decided making the main cities out of. And it does a really good job of it, and it's really cool and big and epic, like you would expect from a main city. It's got auction houses and all that. But anyways, so once you get level 10, you get there, you're able to talk to a guy pretty much as soon as you get into the station, that will give you your quest to go get your advanced quest, or your advanced class. Yeah, you actually have to do a quest to do it. It doesn't just pop up at level 10 at the top of your screen, as much as people would like for that to happen. People are kind of social engineered by Blizzard to expect that. Yeah, I call them out on it. They kind of spoon-fed you that to begin with. You didn't actually have to do anything other than get to level 10 to get that. In this game, you have to go do a quick quest. It's nothing major, but they explain to you the choices you're about to make in a non-immersion breaking way. So, like for the Bounty Hunter, this is the best example I can come up with. For the Bounty Hunter, they talk about the gunslinger and the power tech, and there's these 2 guys you're talking to, and one of them is a gunslinger and one of them is a power tech. And one of them's telling you how cool the power tech is because he gets to wear heavy armor, and he gets in the face and uses a lot of flamethrowers and keeps the attention of the enemies so they're not on your buddies. So he's basically explaining the tank spec to you, and that's what it's got. The other guy, on the other hand, explains to you that if you go what was the other? You got the power tech and the... I totally forgot what I just said. What's the other one? Either way, it explains to you the other spec and how you get to dual wield pistols, and you get to be able to heal people using robotics and stuff, and you can take down enemies using all the damage that you can put out with your double pistols. And it's really cool how they explain the different advanced classes in that manner without breaking the immersion of the story, without saying like, hey, you get to tank, or hey, you're gonna DPS if you choose this choice, or you can heal if you choose this choice. So yeah, right when you get to the station, you get a quest to go do that if you're level 10. I didn't do that on this character. I did get to level 10, but I just didn't know until later on. So for you guys leveling up when launch comes, you know right away. Get to level 10 before you get to the station to do all the quests you can. And then once you get to the station, you can get your advanced class and then move right into the quests on Coruscant if you're the Republic, or Korriban if you're the... or Dramankos? Dramankos. I've said it wrong before. It's not Korriban, it's the main area that would be for the... or for the Empire. It's Dramankos, which is the... like the main Sith city. So yeah, once you get to level 10, you go to the station, you get your advanced class, and you either go to Coruscant or Dramankos. There you go. So make sure you do that. That's a little pro tip before launch, especially those of you who are starting out for the first time and haven't played the game. That'll help you out a lot. Now, I know I've mentioned this, but at the current time you can't change your advanced class, so you basically change your class into something else, really. You change your Smuggler into like a Gunslinger, which is like a dual-wielding healer, or a dual-wielding DPS, or the... what's the other one? It's like Scavenger or something? Something like that. But you get to use a shotgun and you can heal people in stealth, so that's the other spec. But they let you know clearly what your choices are there, and I think that's really cool. So even though you can't change it at the moment, you do get a good idea of what you're getting yourself into, and you can even preview the 3 talent trees for each advanced class before you choose it, so that's also very cool. So expect that. So like I said before, reiterate just so you know, so you don't forget it. Get to level 10, get to the main stations, the main Republic or Empire fleets, and then get your crew skills. There you go, like I saw in the past video. Get your crew skills, the ones that you want. Plan that out for your character ahead of time. Figure out what they all do on the website. It's under... what is it under? Let me look, because I have my iPad open right here. If you go to the top of the SWTOR website, go to Game Info, go to Game Systems, and it's Crew Skills. And that'll show you exactly what you need to see if you want to look up crew skills. But figure those out, and figure your advanced class out ahead of time. Or not ahead of time and just wing it. You could do that too. And get those when you're on the station. That way you don't actually have to go back until you're off of the next planet, and that'll help you out a lot. So just a leveling pro tip. It looks like I'm in the Smuggler little area here for the instance. So we'll be... no, this is a group phase, I think. I'll be getting to the Smuggler one, and when I get to the Smuggler one, there's a huge plot twist. So letting you guys know ahead of time to expect a plot twist. I know. Hate to spoil it for you guys, but this is a spoilers video. If you didn't notice earlier, I put a chess piece on Corso there, my companion, and you could do that by equipping it just like you would on your character, except you go over to his little screen. You could put all sorts of items on them. I think he can wear heavy armor and medium armor. I'd rather give him heavy armor because he's been tanking for me. And as you saw there, a little graphical bug. Beta is beta. Hate to say it, but there are bugs in the beta, you know, as would be expected. Ooh, cutscene, finally! It's been forever. I had to talk forever.
Tutti pona manchi kabok nun ni slemo.
Just hold tight there. I'll have you out in no time.
Wachineko higa da noila oka kiza spida per popa. Kaptulia da poto 21 kislimo payug tachanga.
Get out of here.
Agua dopi basta wahota.
I'm already starting to regret letting you go.
Ukleugo chesko pakurta kliska taka yakoska. Chiliska chanaga ima che choranchike.
I hate those little alien dudes. Han Solo shot first. Heyo! Throwing that out there. You know, basic smuggler jokes. So I could clear that room. It's kind of cool that that room over there is optional. But I don't have to go in there, and I didn't see any like chests or anything. So I didn't bother. I could have, though. I just didn't need to. almost gonna hit level 9. I'll do that, I think, coming up here very soon. There's also a really cool quest. Now, if you remember correctly, earlier I got a quest, it was in the last video, to clear out anti-aircraft guns so a transport can come in and drop troops, and you'll see that in a group phase in a few minutes too. And it's really cool, and I'll get into detail when we get there. But if you can tell, we're actually in like an active volcano. That's where these, like, this main base is. It's really cool. It's a cool scenery. I didn't look around as much as I should have, because I was trying to get to level 10. I was really wanting to get done with my smuggler so I can move on, because I had so much more to do. And as you're listening to this, I recorded from episode 4 to the end of all the smuggler stuff all in one night, which is a lot of talking, and I'm going to lose my voice after this weekend, I'm sure of it. But who cares? It's worth it. It's awesome Star Wars stuff. By the way, I had someone ask, I don't know why those little shields are above the guys. Maybe it's because I'm in cover. I think that's what it is. You'll see it on this next poll, hopefully. Hopefully I'm not going crazy. So I roll into cover. You see the... Yeah, okay, so that's what it is. If I'm in cover and I'm gaining the defensive bonus against their attacks, it shows the shield above them. Got it. Answered your question. Because I didn't know until just then when I figured it out. Little moment in my head where light bulb went on. Yeah, so the end of this quest here, like I said, has a twist, a little spoiler twist. And I'm actually kind of happy to say that this spoiler twist that happens ends up continuing on into Coruscant. I played the Smuggler through to 12, I think. I stopped at 10, and then I played through to 12. And you'll see that in the next video. Not the playthrough to 12, but where I stopped. The reason I continued on when I already hit level 10 and went through Coruscant, and I'll say this in the next video so you don't forget in the beginning, but I did it because I was trying to get to my advanced class stuff. I didn't, in fact, do that this playthrough, just because I didn't know what I was doing on Coruscant, and I was really confused. I ended up doing a ton of quests and getting to level like 13 before I even got it, or 12 rather, before I even got it. So I'm sorry. If you watch the other videos, the Jedi Knight I think has it, and the Sith Inquisitor definitely has the advanced class stuff. I think. I can't promise anything. I don't remember. It's been a long weekend. I'm super duper tired. I'm trying to get all of this off of my computer because I need more space to do the space combat. That sounded funny. I need space to do space combat, and I need space to do PvP stuff. So I'm trying to free up all this room that all this is taking. To give you an idea, if you were ever wanting to do this kind of stuff, or any prospects for doing video editing, it took up, with Fraps recording, it took about 300 gigs for each 1 to 10 playthrough. So that gives you an idea of how much room this is actually taking up. And I've only done 3 of them. I've done the Smuggler, I've done the Jedi Knight, and I've done the Inquisitor. I still have to do the Bounty Hunter, and that will be done all tomorrow. So that's why I have to get the Smuggler off my computer. So I have so much more room to work with there. It's bad when you look down and it pops up with, you're running out of room on your hard drive, and you have a 1.5 terabyte hard drive. And I'm like, oh, I know. I'm not even using like 250 gigs of it as actual space on my, on my stuff. So this is the quest I'm talking about. I'm gonna let you guys enjoy this for a moment, because you won't see this in any other game. Yeah, so there you go. I was just kind of surprised. I was like, wow, I didn't actually expect it. By the way, I would totally recommend that to everybody. That's what that little survey there was. Anyways, yeah, I didn't see that coming from a mile away. I was like, what? Like, what is that noise? And I look up and there's a giant spaceship attacking the... Yeah, you just wouldn't see that in any other game. And it's the benefit of having these little story areas, little quest areas that you can go in, a little green wall thing, is that going into an area to kill anti-aircraft guns, you're not just going in there to kill anti-aircraft guns and then walking out and not seeing the benefit of that. You actually see the benefit of that. So, as you see there, again, as I saw in the last video, the modifications for the weapon, there's a lot you can do with them, and I'm pretty sure in the Elder game is what they call it, but the end game stuff, when you get like epic barrels for your rifles and stuff, pretty sure you can yank them out of the... This is how it is in the beta. You can yank them out of the weapon and use them in another weapon without using it up. That's what I've seen so far. I might be wrong, but I think that's how the color crystals work too. So that way you're able to like go from one lightsaber to another and continue the same color if you have a very good crystal. Like the pre-orders for the game get an epic gem, or an epic color gem, and you've probably seen at the beginning of these videos that I like go check my mail and there's like an epic color stone in my mail, and basically what it does is it changes the color of either your blaster shots or your sword color when you put it in that, and you can only use that level 7 and then up, so you have to wait till you get kind of a good weapon to put it in. Usually I've been waiting until roughly when I get my last weapon of the zone. Like I got it on that good pistol that I got earlier. I put it on that blue pistol that I got, so it gives you an idea of what I'm actually using it on. This is just a little text scene. Yet again, no voice acting. And I think that's on purpose. The way they designed that is where you're not getting a ton of voice acting at this last part of this story, because they want it to feel really action-packed, and they want it to feel like you're actually battling through this area and stuff, so they don't want you bogged down by a ton of voice acting. And I think that's really smart, because it allows you to feel like you're a part of the battle that's going on, especially on the second planet, or rather the third planet for the Empire. The whole last part of the thing there is exactly like the end of the second movie, where you're... I mean, it's kind of like you can imagine someone getting away on like a speeder, and you have to chase them down in like a Republic ship, and one of your crew members falls out and lands in the sand, and then the other idiot Jedi jumps out, or Sith in this case, jumps out and like goes to get it, and it's like, it's that kind of thing. It's really epic all the way through, and huge twists in story and everything, and I really, really like the end of that third planet. And like I said earlier, that's how all of them are, and they really make you feel epic, especially because you're fighting the entire way through. So, little UI thing, if you see the silver thing next to his name, or down at the bottom if you ever see their portraits and they're silver, it's kind of like a mini elite. They're just more difficult than the other guys. Like, these guys don't have anything around their portrait except like the little red thing, right? And you'll see when I fight a tougher enemy in the next pull, you'll see the little silver thing. There's also a more silvery thing, and then like a golder one. Okay, see, that's the silver one, right? So he's harder to kill than the rest, and he's a commander. So in this game, because it's such a story-driven game, they don't just have random named NPCs that you're killing. If it has a name, it's typically having to deal with a story, right? So that's kind of a dead giveaway. That if it has a name, you're probably dealing with something that has to do with some story or other. But if it doesn't have a name, it's probably just a lackey of some sort, like this arms dealer. He's a tougher enemy to fight, but they're not going to name him like Bob, the arms dealer, because that would be silly to kill a named character. I think the reason they did that, again, just speculating, is that they don't want you getting attached, or they get you attached to characters that have names already, in some form or another, whether you hate them or you like them or you're indifferent to them. They get you kind of attached to characters with names through the story. So they don't want you running around killing all these people and feeling like you need to know their story, because they're just separatists. They don't matter. You know, you're just mowing through them anyways. They're just trash to pace out the quest. Is really what it boils down to. And I think that's really smart, because it still gives them an identity. It's like the little elite thing lets you know that they're a tougher enemy, rather than having to name them. They just throw on a title or a rank, which is I think that's really cool, and it even fits within the storyline, right? Ooh, picked up another commendation. I actually don't use any of the commendations on this this planet. I think I should have. I probably would have gotten a lot better item at the end of it, but if you have 8, you could buy like a chess piece, I think it is, at the end of the first mission, or first planet rather. Sorry, I'm really tired. So much recording. Not enough sleep. Not enough coffee either. So you get all these commendations. I think it's 8 to buy like a good chess piece. But if you don't need to use them, you can carry them on to the next planet and buy accommodations for the other planet there as well. So that's one thing you're able to do, and I think that's a cool transition. So we are in the smuggler phase this time, and I'm going to clean up the rest of these guys over here. I almost accidentally start the story, but I still have a bonus quest I wanted to finish, so I'm going to do the bonus quest, kill the arms dealer, and we're going to get into the story here. And you're going to see a lot of interaction with Corso and my companion, you know, and he's gonna start becoming a forefront character in my story from this point on, and it's really cool how that works. So expect a major plot twist coming soon. Not yet, but coming soon. I just picked up a scattergun too. It's cool. Shotguns. Awesome. Anyways, enjoy.
You worthless criminal vermin. How dare you invade my fortress and murder my courageous brothers in arms?
Your pal Skavik stole my freighter. I want it back.
There's no ship here for you. Only death. You are guilty of crimes against the oppressed people of Ord Mantell. The sentence is death. Memorize our faces well, you criminal filth, for we are your righteous executioners. Do you have any last words, degenerate swine?
There's no reason we can't cut a deal here.
I don't negotiate with corrupt dogs. I exterminate them. Let justice be served.
Let's just kill him, huh? So, you're going to see a named character over in the corner as well. And like I said, all named characters have a purpose in this game. And I'm going to have to talk to him, and that's when the plot twist comes in. And it breaks my heart. It really does, but enjoy.
I surrender! I surrender! Please! I don't want to die! I know why you're here, and you're wasting your time!
I'm here for Skavik and my starship. Where are they?
Skavik is long gone. He left here hours ago. Derek was stupid to fight you. He got everyone killed, when he should have just told you the truth. Skavik showed up a few hours ago to deliver the guns, but it was all a trick. He pretended to be on our side so he could steal some rusty antique droid from Derek.
Skavik came here to steal a droid?
Some worthless pile of scrap that had been in Derek's family for generations. That droid was ancient. It's practically useless. But Skavik grabbed it like some big treasure and blasted his way out. He left in your ship. I don't know where he went, but I can guess who does. Skavik has a girl at Fort Garnick named Cyrena.
You'll forgive me if I don't take your word for it.
It's true! Derek talked to her on the holo all the time with messages for Skavik. She was our main contact. It was Cyrena who warned us you were coming. If you want to find out where Skavik went, Cyrena's the one who knows. Please, let me go. I have a family back on the mainland. Please.
Separatist scum killed my family, and I promised myself I'd bury every last one of you.
I've only been here a few months. I didn't kill anyone's family. I only ever followed orders.
Then I order you to die.
Are you sure about this, Corso? The man seems sincere.
Sincerity has nothing to do with it. Every one of these motherless scum deserves death. I can't just let him go home and pretend like nothing ever happened.
Would your family want you executing people?
My family, we're farmers, not soldiers.
Please, I swear to you, I'll never serve a man like Derek again. I'll just go home and take care of my family.
Get out of here before I change my mind.
Thank you.
Come on, Captain. We need to have a little heart-to-heart with Cyrena.
Cyrena betrayed me. What? Why? Why? Everything I did for her. It breaks my heart. Actually, I just was using her anyway, so... Yeah, that's what Smuggler does, right? Right, guys? So, yeah. Little plot twist there. She was actually working for the enemy the entire time. And the douchebag still has my ship. And he got away. And he tricked me. Definitely feeling like I really got the backhand there, you know. And Cyrena doesn't make me any happier, and I do end up confronting her in the next video, but you know, we'll leave you with that when we get there. But kind of heartbreaking. I'm sure there's going to be more moments like that in the story too. It's makes me sad. It really does.
Oh, if it isn't the hero of the day. My agents picked Veem up outside the Separatist base. He's already told us enough to crush the life out of this rebellion once and for all. Good work.
I'm not here to chat. You promised me credits.
I guess we all have our priorities, but don't worry, I won't hold out on you. Here's your pay, and again, good work.
So, almost the end of the video here. Pretty much, I'm gonna go train. I think I train first. I hope I train. If I don't train, that would make me very upset. Do I? Do I? I do. Whew. Wipe the sweat off my brow. That was a close one. I was hoping I wasn't that big of an idiot. But I'm going to let this guy's quest play you guys out. And other than that, I'll see you next time in the end, the culmination of all of this story together. Enjoy.
Word is you secured the landing area. Good work. War's never pretty, but I want you to know you're a real hero. It's important to remember we're fighting for peace on Ord Mantell.
And credits. Don't forget credits.
You earned them.